This is Legally Speaking. I'm Matt Topolski, and I'm being joined today by attorney Jim Walker. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
We were talking about tort reform before we went to the break, and let me ask you, has it lived up to the hype? Has it done what it was expected to do?
I guess that depends on who you are. If you're the insurance company or the people who put this tort reform into motion, it has lived up to the hype, all right. It's lined the pockets of insurance companies, that's for sure. Has it lowered rates for doctors for malpractice insurance? No.
Because that's one of the things it was supposed to do. It was supposed to lower those rates.
Yeah, but the rates have not gone down. They've gone up. The rates for doctors' insurance, malpractice insurance has gone up. The claims have gone down. And, you know, they did promote to people to get them to vote for this thing. They promoted that it would eventually cause medical insurance rates to drop, because if the doctors are not being sued and their rates go down for their malpractice coverage, then health care coverage would go down. The cost of health care coverage would go down as well. Well, you don't have to be an accountant or CPA or a genius to figure out that the health care costs have not gone down over the last 12 years. They have skyrocketed. Now, medical malpractice insurance rates have not skyrocketed, but they've gone up.
Right.
They haven't gone down.
Right. We see people today protesting in the streets over a lack of action by government, on the part of government, for the people. And in what's happening right now, let's say in Austin, for example, in the legislature up there, what is happening between the legislature and these insurance companies? It's kind of funny when you think about it, you know?
Yeah, there's something going on. You know, the political parties in this country, I think maybe the Republicans more so than the Democrats, have always promoted this smaller government, hands-off business, stay out of business, just do your job governing and don't worry about getting involved in people's business or the business of doing business. Evidently, with the one exception of insurance companies. The government certainly seems to get involved in capping rates and tort reform, and getting involved in making it more difficult to bring your case to trial if you've been injured. For some reason, insurance companies are the exception. They do get government intervention to help them. And that troubles me, because it makes one think, I could be wrong, but it makes one think that insurance lobbyists are getting through to the government officials.
They're doing a heck of a job, it would sound like.
Evidently, they're getting the ear of those people who are making the laws.
The one thing that's fascinating about this is that what we're talking about is an issue of law here, which falls under, as we talked about, the Constitution. So they are actually regulating in areas that, quite honestly, they may not have the right to do.
They don't have the right to do it, but that doesn't stop them. There's a lot of things that happen that I feel is unconstitutional or just plain not right, but it still goes on. I don't know what the answer is, Matt. I do know that letting it happen and not saying anything is not the answer. And I do know just standing by and hoping things get better or ignoring the problem does not make it better either. Right. There are watchdog groups out there that try to keep up with these kinds of things and try to keep us informed, but honestly, unless we make the changes at the ballot box, I guess, or maybe protest, maybe call our Congress people and our senators and tell them that enough is enough, run on your own merits, quit taking money from the lobbyists, and quit stepping on us.
Yeah.
Get out of our lives. Quit stepping on us.
Yeah, and I think that that's something that's going on right now. Tort reform continues to be a big thing here in Texas, with even more adjustments being made recently.
Yeah, eventually, it's going to get to the point where they just do whatever they want to do. They're making it more and more difficult to bring cases to final conclusion in civil court. And they're making it more and more difficult for lawyers to even participate in the process, which scares me, because often lawyers are the only thing that stands between the people in a barbed wire fence.
Right.
I mean, we catch a lot of flack, but without lawyers there to protect your interest and to protect the Constitution and protect the people, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for our country, and I'm afraid for the people who are going to be hurt the worst by this.
Yeah. We'd like to take a break, but when we come back, let's transition into the limitations which are being put on some of these judgments and how that's directly affecting people if we can.
Okay.
More with Legally Speaking in a moment.